Hello friends and fellow flute enthusiasts, and thanks so much for tuning in. Today I wanted to showcase a few products that we have at Horizons Flute Store that'll kind of get you thinking outside the box a bit when it comes to making music. I've got a couple of whistles here. I've also got a couple of flutes that are a little different. So outside of the normal context of what maybe you're used to seeing as the Native American style flute. So I'm going to start with the little ones and then work my way up to the larger ones. First off, we have these back in stock. These were very popular. This is the Eagle Bone Replica Ceramic Whistle. The holes are a little different on this batch. Now these are handmade, so each time we get these, sometimes the holes are, there's a thumb hole, sometimes there's 3 on this side, sometimes there's 2 on each side. This particular one, there are 3 holes on the left and 2 on the right. This plays a minor pentatonic scale, much like what you're used to with the native style flute. A little different in that you have 2 holes on the right and 3 on the left, and it's not played left hand. It's set up for a right-handed flute player. So that means right hand goes on bottom. So I'm going to use my bottom 2 fingers here on my right hand, index and middle, and then 3 on the left. Here's the scale and sound. This is a high pitch, so if you don't like high pitches, go ahead and maybe turn down the volume here just as a warning. So for me, I don't have very large fingers. There's a little crowding here. So if you've got, larger fingers, perhaps this might be a little too small for you, which is where this flute comes in, or whistle rather. This is the Tascat Whistle made by Nash. This has 2 playing holes on the top, and then you'll use your thumbs on the sides here. So you could get a little bit of a scale happening here. Now with any of these vessel style flutes like this, there's no pattern to opening the holes necessarily, so experiment to find what works best for you. You can play a melody on this, challenging to find sometimes. Most of the time, something like this is made for texture. And what I mean by texture is like at the beginning of a piece, the middle, if you're making like sound effects, that kind of thing with your music. Lots of different ways to experiment with this and have fun. You can, of course, add reverb. I have my pedal here on the floor. I decided not to with these. Next, I'm going to go over to the Shakuhachi U flute. This is back in stock. We have a handful of these. What makes this interesting is it is made out of resin, not bamboo. You can separate it here in the middle. That's what this black band is here. You can play it just like a regular shakuhachi, and that is the 4 holes on top, thumb hole in the back, and a normal mouthpiece for the shakuhachi. The other thing, though, is this mouthpiece. If you're not used to playing the shakuhachi and you really love the sound of it, this mouthpiece will help. It makes it more like a whistle style, and it directions the airflow so that every time you blow into it, you're going to get a sound, much like the Irish whistle. So this is kind of a hybrid thing. Here's the sound. We have a whole video on this. I'll just give you a little sample here. something to have a little fun with. Next up, we're going to go to the fourth flute that I wanted to share with you today. This is the bass bamboo ocarina. So this one, unlike the smallest one here, has really large playing holes, especially there on the top. The top hand, these two holes on top get quite large. I can put my pinky in there. So you need to have larger pads of your fingers for this particular flute. This plays a low F sharp, so this is the equivalent to a flute that would normally be around 32 to 36 inches in length. A big boy, a side-blown flute. So this is much more compact. Here's how it sounds dry, and then I'll add a little reverb. A lot of fun, a lot of choices here, a lot of different textures and voices that you could be implementing into your sound, into your playing, into your flutes. So check these out, Horizons Flute Store. We have lots of flutes, cases, courses, books, materials, lots of things to support you along your flute journey. And if there's anything we can do to help you along your flute journey, feel free to reach out through our website, horizonsflutestore.com. Also, our learning platform, which is horizonsfluteschool.com. So if you're in the market to, if you're looking to expand your skill, your sound, if you're looking for some support in that way, we have lots of courses and content that can help elevate your sound really quickly. So feel free to look for that as well. I'm going to sign off here. I'll see you in another video very soon. Take care, friends.